If there's overgrowth, sometimes, yeah, you can slow down the symptom, but go after what they're after. Go after this toxicity of the lymph system, the acidosis. And then things will be good. And we check this. Someone asked me to explain tiredness and sleepiness, which we did. But I want you to also think of the pineal gland. Could be that, everything needs to be turned on. You could just leave it that way. But low blood sugar, low neurotransmitters in the adrenals means low autonomic, low thyroid, low pineal, all this stuff. Well, what makes these cells tired? Acids and eating dead food, low energy, fungus overgrowth, all this stuff, toxicity of the human body. Get it out, empower the body with energy and vitality by eating it. And get these glands going, clean out the bowels, clean up the sewer system, and that'll go away. Matter of fact, seek for it to go away, because some of you guys out there with strong constitutions can hit an energy so high that you can't stand it. Some of you are going to be saying that now coming up here, that you're tapping into some of these energy levels. Look at Steve, no crap guy. He's already moving about. The energy is insane that you can get a hold of, so you don't worry about calories, because the energy is so insane, power flowing through you. I remember this young man the local newspaper brought in, stomach cancer. Been to Moffitt, diagnosed him with stomach cancer, said they needed to remove 2/3 of his stomach and chemo, cost of $95,000. The editor of the newspaper sent his top story writer with him, brought him over here, said, "We've heard about you. We want you to work with this young kid. We'll write a story on it." So I did. I put him on a ton of grapes. 56 days later, he falls to the bathroom floor, feels paralyzed. Same time, he's throwing up black skunk stinking matter, skunk stinking matter out of his bowels. His caregiver, his significant other, whoever, called me, and she said, telling me this, and I'm telling her, don't freak out. He's in a healing crisis. And of course, some of the healing crisis, you're going, oh, I hope he's in a healing crisis. Bite your tongue and plow the field. So I said, when he feels better, clean him up and get him to bed. So about an hour later, he's starting to move around a little bit, feeling better. She puts him into bed. So then I called him that afternoon. I said, how you doing? He said, well, let me tell you. He said a couple of hours later, he said, I felt the God force flow through me. He said, I don't know what to call it. He said, the energy whizzed through me. He said, I never felt anything like this. It was like the power of life framed through me. I knew he didn't have stomach cancer left anymore. We took him to a medical doctor on the 59th day. No more stomach cancer. I figure 56 days, no stomach cancer left. Pretty cool, huh? So this is the kind of things that you can see and go through. Let me see. We're getting there. Look at this. Oh, this is the kind of thick. Well, we're getting there. This person has an old dog, 13, who has fatty tumors all over her body. Well, fatty, remember, fats are antacids, so she's got a lot of acidosis going on. Dogs have the same stuff, kidneys, adrenals, lymphs. Except the dog doesn't sweat through the skin. So, this is part of the problem. That's why they use the tongue. That's why it's so important to keep a dog healthy. She had a tumor on her tail. Oh, and you use the black sap, right? Yeah, you use bloodroot. I love bloodroot. Scares some people. To remove it. The wound will not heal. It won't heal because you pulled the tumor. And that's the lymph system. So you haven't fixed the dog's lymph system or the kidneys yet. So that tumor, that where you pull the tumor, is now the port. And this will happen in anyone with, whenever you pull breast tumors or any tumor. If you don't fix the lymph system, that where you pulled becomes the port, because you've opened it up and said, look, here's a doorway body. You can use this doorway now. And that's the problem. You could pull 3 or 4 out and keep oozing, even in the human side. And so you got to fix his lymph system and his kidneys and get the adrenals, and you'll pick this, then the tail can heal up here. She also, this dog has some hypothyroid, so sneak her a little glandular on the side there, and you'll get your dog back here, right? On this thing on wrinkles, wrinkles, and I just addressed that about the parathyroid gland, and if you're a smoker, you got to get rid of it, because you're sucking the calcium right out of you. Or get yourself a bong or water pipe and put your tobacco in there. I don't think the police department would appreciate it, but sorry, this is tobacco officer. Would you mind if I ask you what herbal formulas or what things you would recommend for general kidney and or adrenal rejuvenation strengthening? Well, I thought I made it very simple when I put names on my formulas, and I think every other herb company should too. If they make a formula for the adrenals, put adrenals. You make a herbal formula for the kidneys, put a kidneys. But in the understanding that these herbal formulas are for the health of the kidney, these herbal formulas are to strengthen and rebuild kidney tissue. We don't treat any diseases. That's medical doctors. Let them keep playing, because their profession is going to have to, is going to suffer and is suffering from it. Of course, a lot of them are getting pretty wealthy, but go after these. I use 2 kidney formulas, remember? I use 2 kidney formulas, 2 lymphatic formulas. Remember, the adrenal glands on top of the kidneys control the kidneys. So always go after the adrenal glands too. And these formulas, herbs are for cleaning and strengthening. That's how I look at botanicals. I look at diet the same way. Food is for cleaning and strengthening. Herbs, cleaning and strengthening. Nobody can get you for that. I'm helping people to clean and strengthen their body. What law says I can't do that? I don't know, in some of these countries, maybe you're even prohibited from that. I hope not. It'd be horrible. Can't believe how oppressive this level is. This is the question, and you're from Switzerland, so this is probably a valid question because you're from Switzerland, but most people don't understand French and how they see sexuality. That's the one thing I enjoyed in France, that you have bathrooms that everybody uses. I like that. I like this tension between sexes removed. Man, in this country, and I kind of blame religion. These are our bodies. Breasts are breasts. Penises are penises. That's what they are. We have this ungodly view somehow of the body, but not so much in France or Switzerland. So there's not any questions you can't ask me that embarrasses me, but you can embarrass the staff. Those guys can get real embarrassed, particularly Chris. That type, little bit of thing embarrasses him. About the sexual energy, I tell you what, raw foods can sometimes take it away, because your sexual energy is more down in the gonadal areas. In the Eastern religions, that's the lower chakra. However, raw foods brings you up to here. So sometimes that shuts down there. I've always said that for a raw foodist, if he wants to enjoy some lovemaking, you better have a piece of meat. That's not probably true, but it does turn on the lower chakras. We know that, or the lower gonadal areas. And so meat is known to do that. Fruits known to keep you up here, and you have different types of relationships. I was celibate, and that's one of your questions about holding semen in, I think. Definitely empowers. I think that was in the Bible. They were talking about Samson, or the real strong man, and then he the analogy, they cut his hair. Religions use analogies that makes me want to puke. Let's get to the real issue. He went out with a woman that night, and then of course he didn't have the strength the next day to conquer what he was conquering. But yeah, I mean, that's how you lose energy. But it's also how we have union. So however you want to see it and do it, but to make the male and female areas healthy and the adrenal glands healthy is to eat a raw food diet and to work with these glands, with the glandulars or the herbs for them, clean the kidneys and get the lymph system moving. The lymph system can impair blood flow to these tissues and create all types of male ejaculation problems and the like. So sexuality is very much related to the health of the human body in every way, from over or under desires and things, bringing a balance to man's sexuality and health of it. But you didn't say about romance. I love romance, but you didn't ask that. You asked something about a person who's got a weak pelvic floor. You're looking at the typical pelvic area of men and women today are smaller. Well, a lot of women are smaller. Where are we at? A smoothie? I'll take a smoothie. Is this banana strawberry? Ooh. This is a banana strawberry. Thank you. Mango too? Sorry guys, I have to take a little drink. Forgive me, but that's good, even if it was Smoothie King. Boy, that was good. Sorry about that, but that's good. I love strawberries and bananas and mangoes.